Hi everyone, this is Sandy Reese with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Thank you for joining me for another video tutorial. We're right at the end of August, just a couple days left for our celebration event. And for every 50 you spend, you can receive a free celebration item. So don't forget to check my website. The link is below. And today is our final card using the Yeti to Party stamp set and the upcoming Yeti dies. These won't be available till September 1st, but I wanted to feature one more fun card that I had thought of when I saw this set. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start with just a basic white card base. And I promised I was going to use a character out of Monsters, Inc. Inspired. I'm going to say inspired because it's not perfect. You know, they all have different features, but this I'm going to try to get as close as I can. All right, so we have a piece of black and then a piece of, I think this one is Parakeet Party. We're doing a birthday, so I'm going to make it kind of fun and festive and all-purpose. So it could be for a boy or a girl, or you know, your favorite Pixar fan. Okay, then I had die cut some circles using, where is it? It's the Picture This Dies. It comes with two dies that cut out kind of windows. So we have the rectangle set and then the circle set. I'm not using these as windows. This is just kind of for my fun, funky background. But it's nice because I can cut them all out in one shot. So I've got all my little circles here. So I've got a big, 2 medium, and then 3 small. All right, I'm just going to use a little liquid adhesive, but you can use, you know, whatever you have. Let's do a medium over here. Let's do maybe our bigger one, kind of right there. I don't know, I'm just kind of sticking them on. Whatever looks good. We'll do that one there, and we'll just stick that one down there at the bottom. Okay. We're just looking for kind of a random vibe here. Okay, let's just go ahead and put this on our card base. Before I do that, I'm going to stamp my inside because, you know, always stamp and then glue. I'm going to use the Get Yeti to Party, It's Your Birthday. All right, that went well. So now we can add our front to our card. All right, now it's time to work on our Yeti. So if anybody can guess what we're going to do with him, I have already stamped him and die cut him. So we're going to make Sully. Okay, I'm sure you've probably guessed that by now on Monsters, Inc. Sully's one of our major characters. Now, Sully has a tail. All right, so that is where we're going to have to get a little bit creative because his tail is kind of like a dinosaur tail. So it drags on the floor, but it has little spikes. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a dinosaur tail. I'm just doing a tail. I'm not worrying about spikes right now. And see how he's kind of drawn? It's kind of sketched and a little, you know, it's kind of hairy. Okay, he's got a little, maybe a little. We'll just kind of do this. We're going to put behind him, so let's see if we can make it kind of look. That looks close enough. I'm telling you, it is not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're just going to go for that. Now, we do have this little banner stamp in this stamp set, which actually looks like spikes. So I'm going to see if I can straighten it out a little bit. I'm I'm just gonna stick it on, kind of straighten it out. See, that looks good. All right, let's just stamp that right there. And then I'm gonna stamp this little Christmas tree. It's a Christmas tree. Oh, let's see, I might need some more white. Give myself enough room. I'm gonna stamp that Christmas tree. All right, now, let's see, I think I'm gonna color before I do any cutting. So, Sully has these purple spots. All right, this is what we're gonna do first. We're gonna color his spots so we can kind of have a little idea of where to go to on here. They're not perfectly round. I have a hard time doing, I'll do an oval one there. Do one kind of right here, maybe one on his leg. Let's see. One there, little one here, and then maybe kind of a funky shaped one right there. All right, he's got one. We'll do a couple on his tail. Okay, we probably won't see that one, but we'll add it. Now his spikes are also this color, so we'll color his spikes. And I am using what color? Light Highland Heather was the closest I could find. We're gonna come back. Now Sully's horns are just kind of ivory colored, so I'm just using my ivory one. They're not any special color. Okay, now we're gonna use Tahitian Tide for Sully's fur. And I'm just gonna take the dark one real quick, do just a little bit of shading. Okay, not a whole lot. Do a little bit more. I'm gonna make his head just a little bit darker. Now Sully has a big jaw. This is not gonna be perfect. It's okay. All right. Now let's take this and we're going to just color around. We're gonna do a little shading in a minute, a little blending. I'm just kind of going, barely touching that. Touching the little circles. The purple's part of his fur, so the trick is getting it shaded in there. So it looks like it's part of the fur and not just weird circles drawn on. Did I spend much time thinking about how to do with his spots? Yeah, unfortunately I did. Playing around to see what works and what doesn't. All right, color in his tummy. Okay. All right, so let's take the other end. And we're gonna do a little bit of shading. You know what? Let me see if I can do this end. I might just go over because it's kind of late there. Do a quick go over. I didn't want quite that much of a difference, but I do want to keep his face a little bit lighter. Okay. Now let's come back in. We're going to just go back over these a little bit. Blending in those edges a bit. And get that satisfying squeak right there. All right, let's get over to his tail, which I forgot to color. This will go quickly. This purple. All right, now this right here, we're going to make into a party hat. It's a Christmas tree, but it's got these fun little layers, which will make it into a great party hat. So I'm just using some pumpkin pie and so saffron. And he needs a tongue. I don't know what color his tongue is. We'll just use that same ivory color. Okay, we're gonna need to do just a little bit of coloring. We have a die for the tree / party hat, but I'm not, it would be quicker to just cut it. All right, I'm kind of cutting it in the way that the Yeti is cut, so not perfect. We're doing a little bit of a jaggy look. I'm gonna leave a little bit extra here because that's gonna glue behind the tail. Okay. Okay, and then we'll cut. We're going to cut the little stem off the tree. So the bottom we're going to cut flush, and then we'll leave a little bit of white on the rest of it to go with the other pieces. Okay, the bottom though is not going to have white. Okay. All right, I think we're done with our coloring. Let's see if we can make our tail come behind here. I'm looking for some adhesive. We don't need a huge tail, so we can put all that extra tail behind. And then let's look at this. Look at that, that's gonna go perfectly on his tail. Okay, it's pretty small. Let's just use a little liquid glue right here. All right, and then we'll stick his tail onto it. Perfect, right there. Perfect, and then let's put his hat on. So he is ready to party. Okay, we're gonna pop it up. All right, do you guys remember the name of the little girl in Monsters, Inc? I'm giving you a second to remember, to shout it out. All right, come on. Okay, now let's grab a couple pieces of pumpkin pie. And the little girl's name is Boo. Boo. So we've got Scary Cute. It has a Boo. So he's going to Boo's party. I'm just gonna stamp that right there. I just think that's so funny. All right, we're gonna make a little sign. It's a handmade sign, doesn't have to be perfect. Just trying to get it a little bit centered. Not quite, let's get a little bit more. Okay, let's do, let's do a little longer, a longer handle for our sign. Let's see if that's a good thickness. That'll probably work. Okay. And put just a little glue there. I'm gonna stick the sign on. Boo. And then we're gonna put it in his hand. So I'm put glue there. Let's put a dimensional right here. That'll help strengthen our sign. Put it right here. Cute. Okay, last but not least, let's just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on the party hat. We're just gonna bling it up just a hair. That's all we're gonna do. Isn't that cute? Get ready to party. It's your birthday. Now, if you can draw Mike Wazowski, if you can draw him right here, then go for it. I am not a good drawer. I'm lucky to get a tail on. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed all these Yeti to Party cards. Just remember, just a few more days. September 1st, the Yeti dies will be available. The stamp set's available now, but the dies will be offered on the 1st with a bundle price. So if you don't have the stamp set yet, wait for those so you can get that 10% savings. And if you would like to place an order, there's a link to my online store, and I have the host code below as well. I'm going to post the September host code for today's video since we're just a couple days away from September, and that way if you want to get it on the 1st, you've got a host code to use. All right, thanks everybody for stopping by, and I will see you back next week. All right, bye-bye.